Hello and welcome back to Immortal Realms Vampire Wars, and we're currently here. I've been doing a little bit of off-screen here because I know that generally taking zones and not really fighting or doing anything of note is maybe a little bit tedious for you to watch, so I decided to do a little bit of off-screen here. As you can see, we do have a pretty significant amount more blood now as well because I had a bunch of consume cards and I just ended up using a bunch on some of our villages in this area. And we also completed the quest as well, which is actually kind of amazing. Would not have expected myself to be able to do that because we just have so many so many things to do basically, and it's kind of a bit difficult. All right, so what we're going to be doing now is I'm going to be heading down to this manor here. I'm just going to capture it just for the sake of capturing every zone in the area, and we're also going to be moving on over here, trying to take all of this area too. I'm going to need to, I think, probably go here, take the manor as well. I do want to get another I do want to get another lord, but I don't know whether I have the ability to sustain that. As you can see, my upkeep is currently just +3. I mean, my income is +3, and that's just not enough, in my opinion, to really give you anything significant. So, unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to do that, but hopefully I'll be able to at least prevent the enemy from maybe getting more than that as we go forward here. So let's actually, should I, yeah, you know what? Let's just go over to the ancient tomb right here. Then we'll use this. I'd like to use Revitalize, heal up our forces just a little bit, and then we'll also go to the manor just so that I can continue to move on there. We're going to claim the graveyard. Wishing Stone is perfect because I might be able to get +4. Yes, +4 action points. Thank you very much. And now, as you can see, we have an army on the horizon. Vlad has 175 combat strength. Do you think he can get more than that? I think he can. Let's actually just go into the blacksmith here real quick, because one of you actually mentioned in the comments that it would be a really good idea with our new lord to get overkill keyword. And I agree. That's actually perfect. That is really, really good thinking, because getting an overkill keyword would completely make this new lord into an absolute, well, I mean, he's already a monster, of course, but he's going to be even better than that. But unfortunately, as you can see, the items here do not currently give us that keyword. So, there's another army down here. I would like to take the keep if at all possible. So let's move this way. What do they have? 125. You're going to get murdered instantly. Certain victory. Boom. You're dead. That's what you get. Okay, so we can now get Insurrection as well, which is actually perfect, because that will enable me to take some things out of the way where I don't really want to go over there, if you know what I mean. So what we're going to do is I can claim this next turn. Do I not have anything that can give me an additional action point? Seems not. I should be able to use ambush on anyone that I want to. Can I use insurrection here? I don't think I need to, actually. That's pretty cool. No, these are all mine. Oh, I thought that they had actually captured this already, but apparently they hadn't. Okay, let's go on then. All right, here we go, here we go. 5 blood after combat. All units 10% less. Yeah, all units 10% less would probably be pretty good. We're going to go for ambush. And blood promotion, I guess, doesn't really matter, you know, doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's just capture this. What do they have? I don't actually know what they have, so I'm a little bit in two minds about this, to be honest, but I'm going to use ambush twice on them, and this is going to be, oh, they've taken so much damage just from those 2 ambushes. I would wholeheartedly believe that they really don't have anything to really oppose us at this point. I'm just going to use this guy just to capture these things. The portal will take us all the way over there, which is actually perfect. That's a pretty nice place to go. But at the moment, we're just continuing to kind of spread out at the bottom of the map over there. Oh, this guy has actually leveled up. I didn't even realize that. Okay, atrophy is perfect. Gonna take atrophy and upgrade it. Instead, it targets all units in an area of 5 squares. That sounds really, really powerful, actually. Oh, decay lasts until the unit is attacked once? Reduces mana cost to 2. That might actually be super powerful, because what you can do is you could probably use that from halfway across the map. Actually, maybe even the whole way across the map, dependent on where the enemy ends up going. But what I want to know is, does it only last until they are attacked, as in an active attack, an aggressive attack from me? Or is it also broken from a retaliation? Because if it's broken from a retaliation, then this is not that useful. So I'm actually just going to take the AoE instead. I think the AoE could be much more effective here. And I'm going to just heal myself. Should I? Actually, no. I only have one action point then. 114. Yes. Certain victory. They have 114 combat strength. Just purely for the fact that, well, I think they probably had about 140 before I used ambush. So it probably would have been a pretty close battle, actually, at that point. But now, not so much. Okay, so we're just going to use Revitalize here. We can claim this back. We can also use Insurrection to claim the Dracal Forest back. Fortune Teller might be quite fun. We're going to use Consume on a large city. Probably this one over here. Let's do that. And we're also going to use Consume on another large city. Probably... Ooh. I don't really want to use it right now, actually. I'm going to leave it for the moment, because we are in negative income now, which is obviously not great. So I'm hopeful that we'll be able to potentially claim some more stuff. We have another village over here. Oh, yes, and we have another keep over here, too. So this is perfect. Let's take that. We should probably use... I was thinking we might want to use Bathe in Blood at some point, but I don't think we need to do that at the moment. Vlad definitely needs some new units, by the way. He has 2 spaces in his army, so it might make sense for me to get some more werewolves. Because we have... Oh, we actually have 3 of those. I don't... Or maybe 1 more? Maybe we should get 1 more or something like that? That might actually make sense. Okay, well, let's move on and just recruit werewolf. There we go. Uses no action points. Bear that in mind because of our new skill that we gained in a previous episode. And there we go. We actually have another level up here. This is actually kind of insane because now we can get +1 AP after winning a battle. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, so we're going to do that. And quest failed, of course. Nothing to worry about there. And it seems like, in my opinion, the enemy really just can't do anything at this point. I think they just can't. I think this is probably a done deal for us. We're going to capture that. Get some more income there. And we'll just capture this. We should probably do a little bit of constructing. I'm generally trying to upgrade my villages as much as I possibly can. Villages and towns are, of course, very important to upgrade. So let's do that. There we go. And now we have 0 income. Yes, perfect. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, let's capture the manor. And I think this is the last zone that we can capture over here. Okay, that's perfect. Now, Sanguine Stream is perfect. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Great Feast. Yeah, I think Great Feast is better, but it is going to make it more unlikely that I'll be doing any recruiting. So we'll just have to deal with it, I guess. Ooh, Wishing Stone. Perfect. That's actually really nice. I'm going to use Clairvoyance over in this direction here, just so that I can see if there are any other armies around here. No, it doesn't seem like it. Another Clairvoyance round about here, maybe? No. Doesn't seem to be any army that can oppose us at this point, right around here, so shouldn't be too bad. It is just spring now, but I'm going to use Consume once again just to gain another lump sum because we already have +10 income, so that should be perfectly fine. We're going to use more Veterancy on these units right here. And then we'll also use Insurrection on the Wishing Stone because next turn I'm going to, of course, be moving over there in just a second. Let's go and take this. Move here, take that. Then we can just take the ritual site, and then we can maybe use something over here as well. I should probably use Fortune Teller. Maybe we'll get some more... I was hopeful that we'd get Insurrection, actually, but I'm going to take Sacrifice and Ambush. Those two are just too good. Sacrifice is a free +15 blood. How can you say no to that? And also Ambush is crazy powerful. Yep, let's just take that. There we go. And now let's go over to the Wishing Stone. We'll get +4 AP. Please give me +4. Yeah, there we go. +4 AP. Very nice indeed. We're going to just go here, take that, take this, take this. There we go. That sounds good to me. And I can't really do anything else. I would like to maybe get... Maybe I should get a Vampire Bat, because we don't have any extremely mobile units with Vlad. So we should probably do something about that. So let's just claim it. And we'll get Veteran upgrade, and we'll get tier 3 units, and then we'll recruit the Vampire Bat. It's going to cost me a little bit of extra blood this time, because of course we do have that ruling currently active. So that's kind of unfortunate, but you know, well, it's not a big deal, I suppose. Okay, let's take this. We'll also upgrade this. And I guess I'm actually going to see you when I find some additional enemy armies, if they're actually going to give us anything whatsoever to fight. Ah, here we go. All right, so this is going to be our first battle in quite a while, and as you can see, it is already a likely victory, but we're going to go in here anyway just to try and make sure that our units don't necessarily get killed for nothing. Although a likely victory, I could probably risk it, and then it might very well, you know, be okay. But I'm gonna be a bit more cautious on this one. Oh, this is actually a fantastic map for us as well. This is really, really good. Generally will not provide that much difficulty for us whatsoever. I'm gonna put most of my archers over here. And then we're also going to put this guy there, this guy here, and the wolves over there. Should be fine. Let's put the flying unit there as well. And there you go. All right, so let's have a look. What do they have? They actually have Draco warriors. Quite a few of these guys, actually. Pretty significant and maybe a little bit problematic, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so atrophy is going to be super fun for us to use. I'm going to use teleportation to teleport. Oh yeah, this is great. We're going to go basically here. And now, you know what's really cool about teleportation? I still have my action point. So basically I can still move, you know? I can still move wherever I want. So I can literally just go straight up all the way here and then be like, okay, I'm going to use Blood Barrier. Gonna use Blood Barrier right now, and then I'll also use literally like atrophy right here, and boom, there you go. Those guys are gonna be infected with decay, and then we can also do, well, anything else basically. We could do Terrifying Howl if we want to. I could literally just go right up here and just kill these guys, but obviously they are quite dangerous, and that's the thing. I kind of want to do damage to these fellows. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do Terrifying Howl. And we're going to go right at them, actually. We're going to go right at them right now. Boom. Massive damage. Because here's the thing. I don't want their charge ability to activate. And if we can prevent the riders from moving a significant amount of spaces, then we should have a really, really decent time of things here. They're actually running away. That shows everything. That literally tells you everything that you need to know about that. Literally, if the riders are running away, they literally have nothing. They literally cannot think of a way to beat that particular unit. It is literally just so incredibly powerful. That is amazing. That is really quite amazing. Okay, so let's move over here. Gonna try and form kind of a bit of a blocking formation there. Wow, these guys, everyone's running away from him. Everyone is running away from him. This is a hugely big mistake on their part, because if they had all ganged up on him, he might have actually taken some damage. Oh, let's face it, probably not, right? Let's face it, yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to use aimed shot against the enemy lord. As you can see, he is running just straight towards our archers, and this is going to make it very easy for us to deal damage to him, that's for sure. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do anything with these archers, so I'm going to have to move them forward by a slight amount. There we go. Yeah, I'm really surprised that they decided not to do anything here. Okay, I'm going to just eliminate the riders then, I suppose. Yeah, overkill would make a massive difference here. You are 100% correct on that, because let's face it, look at him. He just killed something, and if he had overkill, he'd be able to also attack the spearman behind him in one fell swoop. That would have been super, super cool, but unfortunately, I just didn't have the opportunity to do that. I'm going to use the riders to kill the archers instantly. Boom. And again, it's mainly because of their charge ability that they're able to do that. So powerful. Also, we're going to just gang up on these guys by flanking them. And bear in mind that the reason why we're able to do this, of course, is because we forced them into a bottleneck. It's actually kind of hilarious that the AI decided not to spread out a little bit more, but I think the map in general is actually quite unforgiving for the units that tend to go in this direction. You know, they tend to do that, and I think that they can't really do anything about it. You know, it's literally just how the map is designed. And if they were going to be, I mean, that's the point. All of their units, or actually most of their units, are melee, and there's literally no ranged. And I think that limits the amount of tactical options that the AI will have. Of course, this is a beta version, do bear that in mind, a beta preview version that I'm playing on, and you never know what is going to be in the final version of the game when it releases. So they probably have, let's face it, in game development, usually what will happen is if they give out a preview version or a beta version, it's usually going to be a few months previous to what the actual version is going to be. So there's a lot of things that you got to consider there. In other words, they're most likely much further along in development than this version is portraying at the moment. So you can imagine that it's actually going to be pretty cool, with the AI at least. I hope so anyway. I hope so. Because I've seen a lot of people saying that the AI is not that good, and so on and so forth. But that's the thing. What do you want it to do in this case? What are they supposed to do? Because, you know, we're kind of in a situation where I am pretty much just murdering them. But obviously in the beginning, that was not the case. In the beginning, I was suffering quite a few casualties and having some difficulties. But obviously, sometimes, you know, a player and their strategy is just going to be generally considered superior, just because I'm a human, you know, I'm a human, I'm thinking about strategy. The AI is literally just doing what it does, and I don't think it's doing that badly, actually, personally. I think it's doing absolutely fine, but maybe that's just me. I mean, that's the thing. In my first playthrough with the Drakkar, we actually had a number of cases where I was defeated, as far as I can remember, at the very least, and that really says everything you need to know. You know, that's the point. You know, being a little bit more experienced with the game is going to give anyone a good idea as to how to beat the AI. And isn't that the point of the game? Beating the AI? I mean, you know, you don't really want to give it any opportunity to fight back. That's the point. That's what I'm trying to say here. But, you know, as I say, I think that in general, it's going to be a lot of fun for people to play the game. And I actually really like it. I feel like the game is very enjoyable to play. And it kind of, I mean, that's the thing. It gives you every single thing that you might want from a strategy game, in my opinion. It gives you these real-time, well, it's not real-time, it gives you these turn-based battles, and then you're able to use whatever units you want. And you know, obviously you have the map as well, the map strategy that you've also got to take into account. You've got to manage an economy, you've got to expand, capture territory, and so on and so forth. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to do that. Okay, so just going to move my archers just a little bit ahead here. Oh yeah, you're dead. This guy having ethereal is so powerful. Really. Super, super powerful. That's really nice. Alright, there you go. That's a victory for us. And I believe that that is pretty much it. I just have to capture all of their keeps. And that should be the end of the game, but we'll see exactly if that is indeed the case, because they might be having an army somewhere that is super, super powerful, and we might just not have come across them yet. So we do have another upgrade to do here. I'm going to go for Terrifying Howl, and we're going to try to increase... Let's see. Yeah, we're going to increase the duration. That sounds like a fun idea. Oh, leveled up again. Okay, so teleportation is going to be something that I definitely want. Give your Lord shielded for 1 turn. Ooh. Ooh. Instead teleports the Lord and all adjacent units in the formation to target empty area. Yes, I will take that. Thank you very much. That sounds like a fun idea. Oh, yes, it does. Okay, so let's go over to the manor here. Just capture that real quick. We also have some legacy points to go for here, so we're going to go for tier 3 units veterancy by 1. Yes, thank you. I will definitely take that. And where else do I have to head to now? Because it seems like I've captured everything in this area, so we're just going to start moving downwards. And there is another keep here. But if we take a look at the map, you can pretty much see what's going on. I actually didn't capture that properly, so we're going to have to do that. Maybe I can just do insurrection on this village here. But yeah, we're doing pretty nicely. Is it also? It's almost winter, so I guess I'll use Greater Consume on that area there, and then we can head on over and do some more. Oh, yes. Okay, so let's take a look at the map real quick. Look, this is the map and how it's going so far. There might be a keep in this area, so I might very well have to go there. As you can see, there are a number of areas that I haven't taken from the opponent. Ah, there's a keep all the way over there. I missed it. What an imbecile. What an imbecile I am. Okay, well, that's probably going to be a bit difficult to deal with. Yes, because they can spawn people from there. So that's going to be really bad. Yeah, that is going to be really bad. Okay, well, there's another army here, so let's see what we can do. What do we have? 143. I have 220 with Vlad's army. Okay, yep. Certain victory right there. Certain victory. I could have even used ambush as well. Oh, look, there's another army over here as well. 149. Still not going to be able to do anything to us. I'm going to use ambush against this guy once, just to kind of give him an idea as to what's going to happen if he comes over. Oh, he is actually attempting to do something, but not attacking us. So that's going to be kind of interesting to find out. Veterancy is fantastic. We'll take Blood Curse, I guess, just in case one of the enemy's armies spawns nearby. Let's just take this. We will... Yeah, we're just going to go straight on in. Just go straight on in there. There we go. We're taking a little bit of damage here and there, but I think the healing that we're gaining should be enough. And we're going to heal a little bit as well. As you can see, there we go. Healing also makes a big difference to your combat strength, so you should be a bit careful about that. Making sure that your units are as high in HP as they possibly can. I'm using Clairvoyance over here just to see exactly what I need to do in that area. Okay, I'm at the card limit as well, so we should probably use Blood Preparations and then use Veterancy on these guys, I guess. Let's try to get... Let's get that city over here with Insurrection. And we'll also get... I can't take keeps with Insurrection, by the way. So let's just get the library. So all I need to do is go to this village. And then I... okay, yeah, that should be okay. We need to heal a little bit with this guy as well. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to need to do is I will need to go over here as well. This is a keep, quite clearly, right here. So I'm going to need to go back there. Alright, so here we go. It's been a while since the last time I saw you. Well, technically for you it's only a moment, but for me it was, well, maybe 15 minutes or so. But anyway, we are going to be recruiting a new fellow here. And I'm going to see what I actually want to go for. Most of these are not that good. In my opinion, most of these are not that good at all. Conquer a province doesn't cost action point. Wait a minute. I'm going to take this one. Conquering a province doesn't cost action points? Sounds fun. Sounds very fun, actually. So, pretty happy with this. Now we're gonna be just moving on to the blacksmith here. I'm basically in the top with Dennis here, and we're gonna be summoning. Where can she go? She could go to the keep and then get a whole bunch of vampire bats. That might be quite fun. As you can see, I have a lot of yeah, quite a lot of well, everything at the moment. Okay, so we'll just go for tier 3. Recruiting is free, of course, as we know. We're going to go for Dracal Riders, quite a bit of. We'll go for 2 of those, and then we'll go for 2 Warriors. And then we'll go for some Vampire Bats. I know my upkeep is spiraling up at the moment, but I kind of just want to have a pretty significant amount of things. And we're also going to go for Acolytes here now, just to fill things out a little bit. And there we go. All right, so we have minus 20 upkeep, which I know, it does seem pretty bad, doesn't it? Yes, it does seem pretty bad. However, I think we should be all right as long as I can maybe continue using greater consume on cities and things like that. That's basically what I would like to do. So let's go for village right here. Unfortunately, still not able to get the overkill keyword. However, sundering might actually be kind of fun. Also, magic protection should be quite fun as well. I should really use my my crafting ability. Here we go. Where is it now? Shady deal. There we go. So let's use it on this one and see what we can get. Ignore pain, magic attack keyword. Magic attack might be really, really cool. But these are all tier 1 still. I would like to find a tier 2 blacksmith if at all possible. Is this one over here? No, that's also tier 1. I actually wonder whether I'm able to even get tier 2 with Shady Deal being played. So maybe that's not even possible. Maybe it's not even possible. But as you can see, there is a lord down here, and we're going to have to do something about that. There are so many lords to deal with. It is very difficult to pin them down. So we'll have to... that's the reason why I got that additional lord to help us out. I'm going to go over to the Wishing Stone right there. Wishing Stones are basically fantastic. They really give you so much mobility. Really helps out quite a bit. Alright, I'm going to use Meditation right here. We'll also use Insurrection on this village right here as well. Ambush could be quite useful. There is another army over here, isn't there? Okay, I'm going to use Ambush. Do I have Revitalize? I don't. Okay, I'm going to use Ambush right now. And then we're going to catch up to them. And we're just going to murder them. Boom. Certain victory. Boom. Yes. Nice. Auto-resolve. Done. And there's another Insurrection right there as well, which is perfect, because then I can capture the zone behind me. And that is that. There we go. Alright, so now there's another Wishing Stone right here. Give me +4. No +4, but I can give the Lord 200 XP because, of course, we still need to level this one up a little bit. Unfortunately, this one does not have the greatest skills available, so it probably won't be that useful. In combat, it's more of a utility-based Lord, but as you can see, it already has 172 combat strength in its army, which is just crazy. I mean, you can see quite clearly that this is crazy. And otherwise, we're going to be able to take that very easily indeed, capture it, and then take the graveyard as well. And we can continue moving on, because as you can see, the AI has actually taken my old home. The insane AI has now just literally brought 2 armies out of nowhere, and we're going to do something about that, because we have a new ruling here as well, by the way, that gives our clan experience plus 100%, and we're also getting plus 100% from for hero experience as well. So that's going to be very, very important for our new lord. And as you can see, look at that, 2 armies in one fell swoop. We're gaining greater consume. And we're also getting Insurrection, which is going to be super, super important for us going forward, being able to drain these villages and these towns of all kinds of blood, and gaining it as a result of that is really useful for us. So we're just going to go over to the manor here. I'm at maximum, actually. So I'm going to have to use my insurrection a little bit here just to kind of fill out the area. And we're going to have to take that blacksmith as well. I'm going to use revitalize here. Do I have bathe in blood? I don't have bathe in blood, but I should have enough to be able to heal at least a little bit as we go forward. So I'm going to use greater consume on this city right here. That gives me plus 54 blood, which is just crazy good. And we can now make our way over to this village because we do want to upgrade all villages. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that. It's just not possible with 3 lords to be able to go to all of these various places in such a quick amount of time. But thankfully, I have now eliminated most of the enemy armies, so we should have a pretty decent time of things. Now, the AI does tend to bring these guys out of nowhere, so we're going to have to be a bit careful. But as you can see with our increased healing, because I do have that increased healing ability, as you can see right there, it increases the healing by 50%, which is just amazing, really helps out. And I am going to be utilizing that wishing stone in just a second as well. So let's go over to the Dracal Cave just to take that. Our general has leveled up once again. And she's going to be leveling up really, really fast as well. Very, very fast. And we can now go to the blacksmith. Let's claim that. And we still have negative income, of course. But as long as you have over 0, you're not going to suffer any kind of blood starvation or anything like that. This guy might be a bit problematic for her. No. It seems like we should be absolutely fine. That's a likely victory. And as you can see, we did end up losing the acolytes, but that is not a big deal at all. That should be absolutely fine. So let's just take that. And as you can see, she's also leveled up. She has some kind of strange abilities. I'm not really used to using those, so I might have to get a bit more used to using those in future, but at the moment we don't need to worry about it too much. Alright, so let's go and get some more veterancy for all units here. I basically just want to try and increase veterancy as much as I possibly can, and use the wishing stone right here as well. Plus 4 action points. How can you say no to that? Let's go for this and this. And take the village, and there's another army here that we need to deal with as well. And then we can finally go across here, and this wishing stone is going to give us a massive amount. Let's take the graveyard as well. And these mobilized cards are basically pointless, so I'm actually just going to throw them away. Going to throw away the clairvoyance as well, and just kind of try and get a little bit extra space for the next ruling that is going to be coming up relatively soon. Let's go for more action points. Action points are basically the most important thing when you're on the world map. They are just so powerful. And let's go for this. This guy has 121, basically 100 less than what we have in our army. And we're just going to be taking that city in just a second as well. Alright, yeah, take that, take this, and there's another army there. We should be able to deal with them easily enough. They're moving away from me right now, which is not really going to help them, let's face it. Gonna take this. Veterancy is really good. And we'll take this, then we'll do battle here. There we go, easy victory. And we can hopefully take the keep now with that additional action point that we gained. And then we also have additional actions to take here. We can get clan level and in the next level right there and get another veterancy point. We can also upgrade the city. As you can see, we're actually getting my deficit is only -5 right now, which is pretty crazy. And we're just going to take that just to consolidate territory as much as possible. Vlad is now going to go to town on this last army here, and I'm actually wondering whether this is the last keep. It is not. It is not the last keep. Okay, well, that's that's somewhat disappointing. I was actually hoping that that would be. Let's take the cave. No, there is another keep. Oh, no, that's a city over there, actually. That is a city. Okay, let's use clairvoyance, and then I will use insurrection on this city right there. And veterancy is going to be used on this army over here. And we could probably... Blood preparation doesn't really do anything, to be honest. Yeah, not really useful for me, so I'm just going to leave it. Doesn't really matter too much. Okay, So, any armies around here? I don't see any armies. Do we see any armies on the world map? Yeah, we do have one lord there who is having to deal with 2 enemies, and then we have this last section of the map here as well. So I'm going to see if I can take it. Alright, well, it seems like we might very well be able to complete this campaign, and it has been very difficult, actually, for me to get all these guys dead, and for them to actually stay dead. It's kind of strange, really, how difficult they are to kind of stamp out as much as you'd want, because these guys literally just continue building armies, and no matter how many armies I kill, they have so much. They must have so much income. They must have so much income that it is very, very difficult for me to actually get them to stay gone, if you know what I mean. And very, very difficult to get them all dead. As you can see, look at this. More armies coming out of nowhere. More armies just all the time being churned out. It's like they have a factory for vampires all over the place here. And it is making things very difficult for me indeed. So let me actually just get that 4 action points bonus from the Wishing Stone. And let's finally... I think this is the final keep. It might very well be the final keep. If it is, I will be very pleased indeed. No, it seems not. We're missing one. We're missing one keep. I don't know what it is. I don't know where it is. But we're going to have to find it. Yeah, I can't actually move here, but this guy is completely surrounded. But yeah, so that should be fine. I think the final keep is somewhere around... There it is. There's the final keep. Okay, let's rush for it, shall we? Let's rush for it. Yeah, we're going to have to capture things along the way, unfortunately. So we'll see how that goes. But yes, let's increase Lord's mana regeneration. Increase their attack as well, because that will directly increase the amount of, everything that you can do. Okay. Oh, the capture thing is not taking any action points whatsoever now for Leliana right here. So she is just an absolute monster. As you can see, look at this. She can literally just take this, take this, take this, and take this. Just for the fact that she is now rank 7, rank 8, that gives her the ability to do that. There is the final keep. Let's see if we can make it over there, shall we? Let's see if we can make it over there. Consume is ready. I've got 500 blood. I mean, really. It's just so crazy, isn't it? Anyway, let's just take that and finally do the last battle for us. That will give us another action point as well because of the Dracul's research tree. And boom. That is it. Done. And there you go. Objective complete. And there you go. 175 turns it took me, 34 bloodline level, and we controlled 155 provinces. Let's just keep playing so you can actually see exactly how much I've actually done. So the slightly pale red is of course our opponent, and the slightly more vibrant red is me. And as you can see, most zones were taken. Just absolutely insane. Did that with 3 armies. For the most part, did it with 2. And obviously 1, because Vlad was just running around being an absolute monster. But that is indeed the end of this series. Very, very well done for defeating the hard mode, I suppose. And thank you very much to those of you in the comments that were helping me along the way as well. Definitely should have gotten that overkill keyword, though, on that ethereal lord. He could have been so powerful. He was already powerful, but he could have been even more ludicrous in his killing streaks. Anyway, that will be it for this episode and for this series. If you'd like to check out the game, there's a link in the description. Otherwise, I'll definitely see you next time, hopefully.